Hi Zesties, okay, today I'm trying some crabs, of course in St. Pete, Crab City, okay, at Channel's Seafood Market on South 49th Street. So let's see, this one's interesting because I had never heard of this one. And one of my Zesties suggested it to me, and I was like, you know what, okay, fine, this one is the closest to me, so okay. Now let's see, some people were hating on my opening technique. Oh look, thanks for this tip, one of my Zesties. And you know what, Diana called this the penis looking thing. And I didn't appreciate that because you know what, I don't have so much experience with that, okay? So that made it a little hard for me to know what's up. But hey, you know what, the smells are smelling. You know what? I'm gonna drink the juice out of this thing. Don't even tempt me for a second. I don't even know. I feel like this one does have that mustard in it. I'm curious to eat it, but I don't know if I'm going to. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, some people... Oh, and of course I got peanuts. And look at their peanuts, guys. Tell me that's just not as Florida as can be. Oh. Okay. And they gave me napkins, but they're all messy now. Okay, anyway, like I was saying... Dropped the dang crab in my car. And I'm sorry for the AC. I'm not even gonna, it's so hot today, I'm not even gonna begin to attempt to, you know, not use my AC. And I should have my microphone, but whatever. Hey, blow me up if you can, guys, because oh yeah, this definitely has that mustard in it. Blow me up if you can, guys, because I really don't know if I'm going to be able to stay in St. Pete or not. It's already good. Also, the price was very reasonable. I think I paid around $20 for all this, so... But yeah, it makes me so mad too because I had this okay. You know, it's up to St. Pete standards and it's spicy, you know. But anyway, I had this studio in St. Pete, and it's like 5 minutes away from this place. I didn't know about the crabs. I thought the food was boring here in all of Tampa Bay until I tried crispy crab, and I realized, whoa. St. Pete has the best seafood. But like, long story short, I really regret leaving my studio. So if you can, run me up, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you can do, because I don't know if I am going to be able to stay in St. Pete or even if I'm going to be able to stay in Florida. So, and some people were hating on my ability to break the crabs open, so you know what? I hope that I'm doing it more satisfactorily for you today, okay? Here's the thing. The person who recommended this place to me was saying they're the best. They're not the best. You know, I still like crispy crab more. I'm gonna start comparing the legit restaurants versus the plate sellers because I don't know, I just feel like that's better. But you know, it's tough in St. Pete because there is such a competition among the crabs. Ooh, look at that, you guys. I was about to say, oh, the crabs are small, even though I did buy the small one, so like I can't complain about that. But okay, guys, look at that. All right. Can't go wrong in St. Pete, man. Okay. So like, this place is incredible. You know, like if this were in Tampa, I always say this, but like if this were in Tampa, it would be 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I'm going here like every single day. However, this is St. Pete, so I just have to keep it real. This is amazing. This is a great crab place that I totally recommend you all to go to. But it's missing a little bit of that oomph for me, that crispy crab gave. You want to know the reason? This is the same reason that I hate it on sup crab, because there's no scoopability of the sauce. It's not muddy or whatever like you St. Peteans taught me. There's nothing to scoop up from the bottom. So this place is great. I love it. Some amazing blue crabs. Up to St. Pete standards and everything. However, some of the other places have better sauces. So I am gonna give this place based off of my experience so far, 8 out of 10. You know, I can't give them a bad review. The food's amazing. And look at the, I I can't like show you the corn because it's gonna drip everywhere, but a lot of the seasoning got stuck on the corn. But yeah, like this place is great. I really like it. Woo! Sauce is really, really good. Really, really delicious. Crabs are nice and meaty and cooked well. But it's missing that scoopability for me. And that's something I've learned to appreciate about St. Pete, is that scoopability. Though, hey, look, I'm still trying to get it all up in every nook and cranny, so it's good. And I hope I can stay in St. Pete, you guys, because I really want to put St. Pete on the map. I want to blow up. So I can make traveling reviews. And go to these other places where people are claiming. What's that? That's a big... I can't tell if that is meat or not meat or what, so I'm gonna say no to that. But anyway, so I want to blow up. Here's my questions, Estes. What do you do when you get one of these pieces that's not so open? You know what I mean? Like that last one that I got was really, really open. This one's just not so open. All you can do is break the back, right? Okay. I'm getting it. But I want to go to some of these places that were saying, oh, our seafood's better or whatever. And then tell them, no, it's not St. Pete. And I am mad, you guys, because I really wanted to bring my fork, but I forgot. And you guys are saying crack it with your teeth. I have a question here. I have a question. Oh, come on. One of my zesties was like, oh, if you have healthy teeth, it's fine, or whatever. What kind of teeth do you guys have out here? You know, oh, don't tell me that these are not going to open for me. You guys, I'm really upset. I should have brought my fork. I don't like wasting meat. Why can I not push these ones? Ugh. I knew I should have brought my fork. I'm gonna have to get a crab cracker. Oh, there we go. But yeah, what kind of teeth do you guys have out here that you're just casually cracking into the claws like that? That's crazy to me. I've said it once and I'll say it again. I'm a fabulous homosexual, okay? I can't be cracking with my teeth like that, okay? I am far too fabulous of a homosexual, alright? Come on. Ugh. Makes me so mad. And I knew it too when I was leaving, like, oh my gosh, you forgot. Thank you for the person who taught me this. I was like, oh my gosh, you forgot your fork. So that means you are going to not be able to get the... So can someone tell me, St. Petians, do you guys eat anything in this part or no? Because I know the Maryland people do. But I'm not quite so brave yet. But you know, like I was saying about like St. Pete versus other places' seafood, it's like crazy to me that I could even eat at a place like this and give any criticism. Any. But it's St. Pete, so I have to keep it real. Like, this place is great. It's amazing. I love it. There's some scoopability now, but it's kind of like I needed to scoop right away. Kai's was scooping right away. Crispy Crab was scooping right away. Diana was definitely scooping right away. New York Seafood was scooping right away. I needed to scoop right away. I needed to scoop from the first dip, okay? I want to get into some of those peanuts now. I will say one thing though, that this place, the sauce to me does remind me a little bit of crispy crab. Oof. Let's see, because this piece has a lot of those guts on it. Am I breaking them down better for you guys this time? Because I had some people saying, oh, you're not doing it right or whatever. But hey, I'm eating it, aren't I? This crab is getting eaten. You know what I mean? I want to know something I really liked about this place. They gave me napkins without asking. I even told the lady, I was like, you know what? I think you're the first place that gave me napkins without me having to ask. But you know, thank you guys for all you guys who support me. And the people in St. Peter, so supportive. You know, I really have a hard life and a lot of serious struggles that you guys don't know about, but maybe you will in the future if I blow up and feel comfortable saying it, so that I'm not afraid. That my job won't like hearing the things I say online. So if you really want to know the real me, help blow me up. Trust me, I have some stuff to say. But anyway, it makes me happy to be able to eat this awesome food. See, that's my thing. I'm scooping now. But like I said, I want to be scooping from the beginning. Okay. Hear that, crab places in St. Pete? Evan Zesty, the unofficial crab reviewer. I would love to actually try all these places and really find the best one. The unofficial crab reviewer of St. Pete, Florida, says, I want to scoop from the very first bite. Alright. Ooh, I'm curious what you guys think. St. Petians, if any of you guys can tell me, do you guys prefer like a thick sauce that you can scoop up? Or do you guys prefer like a thinner sauce that you just dip it in? Because this isn't the thinnest. The thinnest was sub crab, but this is the second thinnest that I've had in St. Pete. Market thick. Thick with 2 C's. You know what? I need to get up and these peanuts before I forget or before my phone battery cuts me off. To be honest, I don't really know how to rate the peanuts. They're good though. And I like that they come with the corn, nice and seasoned. Okay. You know, I never got the peanuts. Something I'm gonna say as well, I do appreciate that it comes with the corn and everything, but the other places that I've gotten peanuts from, they put it in the boil with the sauce and everything. And I would have preferred that too. But of course, some lovely boiled peanuts. I'm just gonna try to be honest. You know, I don't want to bash any restaurants unless I really have to. So far, I haven't gotten any place bad in St. Pete. My worst review was, I have gone bad places on my unseasoned, where I'm living now, which is just unseasoned or whatever, but any place with South in the name has not been. And that's crazy, you guys. Like, what? So, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I started cooking on January 1st, 2023. It was a New Year's resolution for me. And I've talked about this story elsewhere, but like, you know, pretty quickly I found out that I was seasoned. And then also pretty quickly I found out that a lot of people that look like me don't like that. They don't like seasoning. And then I found out that a lot of people that don't look like me love seasoning. And you know, this is a subject I could go on forever about, because I've had so many like arguments with friends about this, and you know, team seasoned all the way over here. I don't use the washcloth though, okay? So don't get too excited now. I season, trust me, but I don't use the washcloth, so don't get too excited. Oh, I'm gonna waste the meat from these claws. I should have brought my fork. Yes, fork. But anyway, I have never seen quite the difference of seasoning and flavor and whatever than in St. Pete. Where it's literally like, if you're in the, fine, I'll just use the words, even though I'm afraid, because, you know, dang it, I don't want to start any like arguments or drama here, but if you go anywhere in the white side of town, the food is pretty boring. But on the black side of town in South St. Pete, oh, there's nothing boring there, and the food is just amazing. Amazing. And I've never quite seen that difference. And you want to know something that I really appreciate about St. Pete? So shout out to all you St. Peteans, but something I really appreciate, you know what though, the garlic and everything on this is really nice. It's the kind of seasoning that makes you want to lick the shell. So look, there's a point for them. Because none of the other places made me want to lick the shell like that. But anyway, something that I really, really appreciate about St. Pete is that they have a lot of interesting, unique foods I've never seen before. And it's American food. Because I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, and don't get me wrong, Fort Lauderdale gets down on some seafood and everything too, but my entire life I lived in Hispanic areas. I think that when I moved out here, it was the first time that I ever really lived in like a majority white area. So this kind of I don't know, I never got hit with the unseasoned tomfoolery. But when I moved out here, it just became so obvious so quick, the difference of flavor and creativity and everything. South St. Pete just really has it. So, but in Fort Lauderdale and in Tampa and the places that I used to live, they had more international food. And there is some Caribbean influence here. But in Fort Lauderdale, the Caribbean influence was very, very, very heavy. And in St. Pete, I really appreciate seeing such unique dishes and unique foods that are American. You know what I mean? I almost feel like St. Pete, I know that a lot of this food is common all throughout Tampa Bay, but I, have never seen it outside of St. Pete, and I find it hard to believe that they're doing it like they're doing in St. Pete, but it's very unique, very delicious, regional American food. I'm gonna keep it real. I almost feel eating these crabs and stuff in St. Pete. I almost feel like I did the first time I went to New Orleans and ate crawfish. And yes, I say it wrong. I don't care. New Orleans, New Orleans. So, Like, for example, you guys make conch stew, and I feel that that is American. Like, the way it looks, American to me. And I had never seen an American dish with conch in it. I'd seen Caribbean and Hispanic dishes with conch in it. I had never seen an American dish with conch in it. And when I started seeing that, I was like, St. Pete really has their thing, So shout out to St. Pete. You know what? Even if I don't end up staying here, which sucks because I had a nice studio, but I ruined it all. At least you guys influenced me by showing me what's up with some blue crabs, what's up with some boiled peanuts, I ate soul food for the first time here. Even though I know they sell that like everywhere, but still. I don't know why, but the sauce on this side is way better. I feel like maybe the crab juice soaked in here more. Oh yeah, that's good. Now tell me, you guys eat this or not? I feel like no, but like I said, I know the Maryland people eat more than other people do, so. Okay, and some people were getting at me saying I need to improve my technique, but sometimes when they don't come, when it doesn't come out so perfectly, gets a little confusing to me. How do I do it, Oh. Yeah, see, that was that, I don't know, but it was something I didn't want. Come on, man. One claw. That's all I'm asking. No. Like, let me just see. No way. You guys are crazy. That's what I'm saying. What kind of teeth do you guys have out here that you're just casually cracking into blue claws like that?